A study in Forbes Advisor revealed that more than 1 in 4 Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. This is the case for 32% of Gen Z, followed by millennials at 31%, Gen X at 27%, and baby boomers at 20%. In today's video, I will explain why everything changes once you save a 10K. Now, since it's probably the first time you and I meet, why should you listen to me? My name is Fred, and I'm an entrepreneur from a lower middle class background. I went from only having $400 over 5 years ago to making upwards of $1,000 a day with my own consulting business. Once you're able to save up $10,000, you can cover most of life's unexpected expenses. And so the best part about it is that it finally gives you peace of mind. If for some reason your car breaks down and you need to spend $500, $1,000 to fix it, now you won't worry so much because you know you can cover that expense. You don't have to worry about how to find the money because you already have it. Money typically buys you peace of mind. Growing up in the lower middle class, I saw my parents working extremely hard, but all of that in return for what? They were underpaid, undervalued, and understaffed. My mother worked as a nursing assistant, while my father worked as a nurse. And so growing up, I felt very frustrated, very limited, because we never really had enough money to do all the things that we wanted. We never went and explored other countries. We never moved out to a better neighborhood because we couldn't afford it. So I saw firsthand what lack of money does to people. All my childhood, I heard my parents complaining about the price of everything: bread, lettuce, electricity, gas, clothes, everything. And they would constantly argue over who had to do chores, over spending some money. Sometimes, if we asked to spend money, we'd get yelled at. My father would get extremely angry. And so for me, it felt like we were living half of a life. And it made me want so much more out of life. I would see all the people around me settling for mediocrity. They were okay with being underpaid, undervalued, only to earn breadcrumbs. They were just passively waiting for retirement and to be able to collect their social security and finally have enough time and the finances to do all of the things they had always dreamed of. Except that this is only an illusion, and I couldn't understand how most people around me were falling for it. Say you really want to travel, and you're waiting for retirement to be able to do that. What happens if when you retire, you're sick, you're exhausted, you have some kind of back pain? What if you're stuck in a hospital room all day long? And so that made me realize the futility of life. My goal was never to be the richest man of the graveyard. There's no point. The goal is to die with zero. But when you die with zero, you die full of memories, full of beautiful experiences, because that's what life is about. And it made me realize it was my duty to become successful so I could get my family out of hell, because who else would do it for us? No one. And that's exactly why you need to take responsibility for your financial future, because no one is coming to save you. I knew plenty of people who spent their entire lives complaining endlessly. Now they're in their 50s, their 60s, and guess what? Their lives only got worse and worse and worse. Nothing changed. Now once you're able to save up $10,000, it makes the process of starting a business so much easier, in my opinion, and that comes from somebody who makes over $1,000 a day in profit with my own consulting business. Saving money is only ever a viable short-term solution. Long-term it doesn't work, because not only does the money that you save up lose value because of inflation and other factors, but on top of that, you can only save up so much money. It's not going to multiply itself on its own. Now you may wonder, okay, but what about investing in the stock market, for example? You can do that for sure, but to be able to see a decent return on investment, you would have to wait decades. That's decades that you can't use to spend that money to have experiences which are beautiful, to travel, to have fun with the people that you love, to go ahead and buy your dream car if that's what you want to experience. Life is about experiences, not about dying with $1 million in cash. I'm not saying you shouldn't invest. I'm saying you need to focus on making more money first before you even think about investing. I preach starting a business while you're still young enough to do so, in your 20s, 30s, even in your 40s, so that you can find success quickly and make a lot of money. And with that money, you can live the sort of life you've always dreamed of. Be financially free. Maybe you want to be a digital nomad, work from anywhere in the world, whatever it is that you want. But with no money, or with a very limited amount of money, you can't do all the things that you want. My philosophy is this: get wealthy as quickly as possible with your business and get richer slowly but surely with investments. That's exactly what new money does, and that's how new money turns into old money. Because it's one thing to make a lot of money, it's great for sure, but you need to be careful about how you spend it. It is very quickly to lose everything in the blink of an eye. It's always easier to destroy something as opposed to building it up. And at the end of the day, what matters is not how much you make, it's how much you keep, and the quality of your life in general. If you make more money, but it only makes the quality of your life worse, there's no point. Now to help you, I've recorded a free training in which I'm going to share with you everything I did step by step to make upwards of $1,000 a day with my own consulting business. And in that video, I'm also going to reveal the only 3 things you need to do to make serious money. The link will be in the description below, and you'll also be able to find some success stories of my clients. Or you can also directly apply to book a call with me or my team, and we'll see if we can help you to start or scale your business to $10,000 per month and even beyond. Now, when you're able to save up $10,000, you start to develop a different perspective on money. The first time you see $10,000 in your own bank account, it's impressive. Most likely you've never seen that much money all in one go. And it makes you realize just how abundant money is. Because at the end of the day, nowadays, let's be honest, money is simply digits on a screen, numbers, yet it rules the world. If you have a lot of it, you will most likely experience more freedom, more abundance than somebody who barely has any money. Even the first time I saw $4,000 in my own bank account, it felt incredible. I felt like money was truly abundant, and all I needed to do to get more of it was simply to replicate what I had done again and again. Now for me, since I run a business, I can make that kind of money pretty easily. But if you work a regular 9-to-5 job, saving $4,000, $5,000, even $10,000 can take a long time. It can take you years to get to that point, depending on your current lifestyle expenses. Which is why I'm always going to advise that you start your own remote business. That is, if you truly want to obtain financial freedom. Because at the end of the day, with a business, there's no limit to how much money you can make. And what's far more valuable than money, it's time. You must remember that. Most billionaires would be willing to give away 95% of their wealth if they could be 20 years old all over again. I can guarantee it. And that's my problem with the lower middle class or the middle class in general. Because there's this mentality that if you want to make more money, be more successful, you need better qualifications, more degrees. So to get even more in debt, to be able to access the best universities, and then you need to sell your time, be paid per hour. But there is nothing more precious on earth than your time. So if you sell it per hour, it's like you don't even value it. Like growing up, I would see my mother filling out online surveys just to get free products from the grocery store. And I get it, when you're in a tough financial situation, you have to do things like that sometimes. But doing that for the rest of your life, can you imagine how many hundreds of hours you will have wasted on things like that? It's time you will never get back. And then once you're able to save up $10,000, it also allows you to stop being in a scarcity mindset and to ask yourself what you really want. I know that plenty of people at the stage I'm at, they would already be renting a Porsche, buying a Rolex, but I'm playing the long-term game. And when you have more money, it really makes you rethink your buying decisions. Instead of telling yourself, can I afford this? Now you will start to think, do I actually want this? Because you won't be coming from a place of lack anymore, which is just so much more empowering and freeing. And life responds to your attitude. I'm sure you know these people, they seem to just always attract more and more problems. If you look at them, you let them tell you their story, wow, they're so unlucky. So you can only have sympathy for them. But the truth is, I know it may sound harsh, these people often attract shitty situations to them because they always have a negative attitude towards life. In anything in life, you can see the good in it or the worst in it. So it really depends on your perspective. Even in the worst of situations, you can always find a lesson, something positive. Sometimes you don't get the thing that you want, but then you get something even better. So in the moment, when you don't get what you want, you're angry. You're like, oh my god, I wanted this. How come this doesn't happen? And then you get something even better. But if you're always in a scarcity mindset, you're always holding on to money, it becomes very difficult to make more of it because you're scared to lose. And to be able to make more money, succeed in business, you need to actually be willing to take risks. But you can't do that if you're paralyzed by fear. At the end of the day, life is a big gamble. I see it time and time again. People don't take the risk, and so they lose the chance to make their dreams happen. Now, when you have more money, you can say no to things more often because money is a tool that amplifies your life. It's a tool that simplifies your life if you have it and complicates it if you don't have it. Now, sometimes having more money doesn't always mean you have more freedom. If you're a very busy executive working for a big corporation, chances are you make 6 figures a year, but you have very little free time. So you miss out on family time, you miss out on your hobbies, and sometimes that job, which was supposed to make you financially free, is more of a burden than anything else. Which is why personally, instead of going and trying to become a banker, a lawyer, a doctor, whatever, I decided to start an online business because I not only wanted to make 6-7 figures in my early 20s, but I also wanted freedom more than anything else. The freedom to work from anywhere in the world, to not be tied down to one geographical location, to not have a boss and to be in control. That's what I personally wanted. But when you have no money, you can't really say no to doing the things that you hate. Like for example, I heard my parents constantly arguing over who had to do chores, who had to cook, do the dishes, take out the trash. If you had more money, you could have people who take care of that for you. It's that simple. And then it's literally thousands of hours across your lifetime that you don't waste doing like the chores or groceries or things like that. And life just gets easier with money. You're not rich when you have $10,000 in savings, but according to Forbes, more than 1 in 4 Americans don't even have $1,000 saved up. Now, if you only need to take away one thing from this video, it's that saving money only works short term. Long term, it's not a viable strategy. If you want to become financially free and make more money, be in control, you need to become a business owner. But I'll be honest, it's not meant for everyone. So look, you need to make a choice now. You can keep watching YouTube videos on how to make money online or how to build a business, how to save money, but doing that will not set you free. Or if you are part part of that minority of ambitious individuals that's committed to building a business so you can become financially free, I invite you to check out the free resources in the description below or to directly apply to book a call with me or my team, and we'll see if we can help you. That being said, if you found this video helpful, share it with a friend, and together, let's blow up this YouTube channel to spread the message and empower more people to become financially free. And once this channel reaches 100,000 subscribers, I will be giving away $10,000.